What's going on, folks? I sure hope you're all doing well out there. I got an album thoughts video for you here today. I'm going to be talking about the debut album from the band Fortis Ventus, and the name of this album is Vertalia. And before I get into that nitty gritty, I always like to check out the cover. So, boom, there it is. Take a look at that. I love this cover. I'm going to be honest with you. It just looks so nice from an aesthetic perspective. It's just beautiful. The blues, the colors are very, very nice. And you got this globe, this glass globe that there's like a couple worlds in there. It almost looks like they're clashing, and it's shattering off to the side as if, everything's expanding beyond, or like can't contain, what's in there. It just looks so cool, so cool. And the way at the base you got the name of the album, Vertalia, it's just really, really cool. So from just an aesthetic perspective, I love it. It's clean, the colors are beautiful, and it's thought-provoking how it's got all that going on inside, but it's shattering, as if everything's escaping out. It just looks so cool, and it also, I think, gives you a great idea of what to expect here. This is just symphonic metal, epic symphonic metal, and I definitely think that this cover gives off that vibe that you're going to get some kind of symphonic elements here, and it just all the way around, it just A plus on this bad boy here, from just the look of it and also conveying what you can expect here. Just great job. I love this cover. So yeah, that's that. And so this bad boy's got 12 tracks on it. Comes in at just about exactly at an hour, and no time is wasted. No time is wasted in this hour. There is nothing, no moments that you feel like it's dragging on or that it feels like it's filler. I mean, it utilizes that full hour to the max, and you're happy with the whole thing. In my opinion, I mean, I was just happy with the whole thing. Like I said, not a minute is wasted on this thing here. It doesn't feel like it just goes on too long, like, oh, I could have cut out a couple tracks off of this bad boy, or, they should have trimmed it here or there. I don't think so. I think this perfectly put together. Every track earns its place on the album, so no issues with the length at all. And talking about what you can expect here, this is symphonic metal. Even saying symphonic metal, I feel like doesn't do it justice, because it is beyond symphonic. It is just extravagantly grandiose. It's bombastic and grand, and just on such a massive scale that symphonic, to me, just doesn't even do it justice. The orchestrations and the sound, it just exceeds that meaning. It's just epic. I mean, epic metal is the best way I can describe this. Speaking of the music, my heavens, do you get some incredible orchestral sounds. I mean, anything you can think of, and it's all utilized to perfection. It just creates just this massive sound, and just intricate sound with all the different instruments going on, whether it's violins or, what have you. It just sounds phenomenal. You get sweeping orchestral arrangements and movements, and the piano work. I mean, there are some just incredible moments of just piano work that is just sweeping and brilliant, and it just takes you away. There's a couple tracks on here that are like preludes, where it's like instrumental, and I mean, folks, here I'm trying my best to just really convey to you the vastness of the sound on this album. If you dig orchestral sounds or symphonic sounds, you're going to be in heaven here. And I certainly was. It just really took me to just another level. I mean, you have your bass sounds with the guitar and all of that kind of stuff, which is also phenomenal, all of that. But then it's just layer upon layer of additional sweeping orchestral sounds. I just continued to be enthralled and blown away as this album progressed. I kept thinking, I can't be any more impressed than I already am. And it just keeps taking it to the next level where I'm just like, literally, this is amazing. Within the first 2 minutes, I mean, the first track here, Between Love and War, the first like 3 minutes almost, I would say, is instrumental and it just really builds into what you can expect on the album. And I already knew a couple minutes in, I was like, I am in for a heck of a ride here, and I wasn't wrong because it just really, really is enthralling. And then so you have all this beautiful, beautiful music with this just sweeping symphonies and bombastic orchestra and it just almost cinematic, epic quality sounds going on here with everything. Again, the guitar work is fantastic. You get some great solos and just some, but that's really serves as like the bass line. And then the orchestra and the symphonies and the keyboards and piano is really where it shines and just creates this magical, epic experience. But you have all of that. You have this incredible sound, this grand, bombastic, big sound. And then the vocals, the female vocals, and she just knocks it out of the park. Just beautiful operatic style vocals that just matches the sound perfectly. She just has such a range and such a control of her voice and is able to handle this grand sound, and she just really commands the songs, and they're just beautiful melodies, both musically and vocally, that every song again just earns its place here. Every song stands alone and stands on its own and is memorable in its own right. And like I said, her vocals are just top notch. You're being swept away here but the music and then the vocals on top of that is just like, it truly creates a magical experience that I literally kept getting blown away as it went, and it's unrelenting. You have some softer, more somber moments that are just amazing, and then you have your grand moments that just makes you feel as a listener like pumped and just blown away. Honestly, I can't think of any more just words or ways to describe this. It really is truly a magical experience. I, every song, like I said, earns its place. If I was gonna give you one song to determine if you want to listen to this album or not, a song that I feel like best encapsulates the sound of the album for the most part into one song, I would say go with track 6, which is Gothecia. You can't go wrong with that one. I think that gives you a great idea. But honestly, any song on here, if you were to listen to it, I think gives you a good indication of what to expect. And I think it would definitely pull you in and want you to listen to more. And, the way it rounds out the album, with track 12, Homeland, is just brilliant. I honestly, I cannot heap enough praise onto this. Y'all might be thinking, wow, he's just, throwing sunshine and rainbows at this thing like it's just the greatest thing he's ever heard in his life. It's just fantastic. I really don't know what else to say. I was really blown away by this thing here. This album comes out June 3rd. I really can't wait for everyone to be able to hear this. I feel privileged that I was able to hear this ahead of time. It's something I'm going to be listening to a lot, and I haven't fully taken stock of what all is coming out in June entirely, but this here is setting the bar through the roof, through the roof. I mean, it, other albums are going to have to be quite spectacular to compete with this album here, because I just really can't say enough about it. Symphonic, orchestral, operatic style vocals, and everything just works together so great. It's just truly, truly an experience. I can't say enough good things about this. I just fully enjoyed it. Not a negative, not one single negative do I have, or drawback at all. Just loved it. Fantastic album, arranged beautifully, just masterfully done. Masterfully done. And this is a debut album here, folks. So that's Fortis Ventus with their debut album, Vertalia. Again, check out Gothecia, when the album comes out, if you just want to check out one song to determine if you want to hear the whole thing. But they have a couple singles out. My Death is My Devotion, and they just recently released the single Cave of Glass. So check those out to get an idea. That's what I got for you, folks. I mean, this thing is just amazing. Amazing. I'll leave it at that. I can't wait for everyone to hear it. And I'll catch you all next time. That's what I got for you. Ranger, out.